Okay, what if I told you that a single, isolated traffic jam happening literally thousands of miles away could secretly dictate the price of your next grocery run? No, seriously. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to dive deep into the hidden mechanics of global energy pricing. Today, we're unpacking exactly how a physical disruption on the totally opposite side of the globe can rewrite your personal budget. Think about this for just a second. A massive cargo ship can successfully cross an entire vast ocean, but if it can't safely pass through one specific, incredibly narrow little shipping lane, well, the price of fuel, flights, food, and your home deliveries can actually start rising before that ship even has a chance to turn around.
So let's dive into this massive economic mystery. It all starts with a single ship just trying to navigate the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if you aren't familiar, this is a very narrow waterway sitting right between Iran and Oman, and it connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. At first glance, honestly, it just looks like a tiny blue gap on a giant world map. Most of us would assume that trouble in this little stretch of water really only affects the countries right next door, right? But that is the great, crazy contradiction of our modern global economy. When ships even hesitate at this one passage, it triggers an absolutely massive chain reaction. So how exactly does this one tiny strait reach all the way into your wallet? Well, the answer actually starts with the sheer physical reality of the geography itself.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the physical contradiction we're dealing with. Geographically speaking, at its absolute narrowest point, the strait is about 21 miles wide. And yeah, the water there is definitely deep and wide enough for giant ocean-crossing tankers. But the formal traffic system, the actual designated legal shipping lanes that these massive vessels are required to use, is incredibly narrow. We're talking about just 2 miles wide in each direction, separated by a tiny 2-mile buffer. So you have these literal colossal tankers essentially trying to squeeze through a tiny doorway, and the economic problem? It isn't just the size of that door, it's how much of the entire world's economy is trying to walk through it at the exact same time.
To really grasp the gravity of this bottleneck, just think about the number 20 million. 20 million. That represents the massive amount of oil barrels normally passing through this tiny passage every single day based on recent historical estimates. 20 million barrels day in and day out flowing through a 2-mile-wide lane. It is, without a doubt, one of the single biggest physical bottlenecks in the entire global economy.
And that incredible volume translates to a truly massive global impact. Put simply, that single 2-mile lane handles roughly 1/5, 20% of the entire world's petroleum liquids consumption. Just let that sink in for a second. And on top of that, it carries about 1/5 of all global liquefied natural gas trade. The surprising part isn't just how physically narrow the strait is, it's how heavily the entire world relies on it just to keep the lights on and the engines running.
Now you're probably thinking, hey, if I live in a country that doesn't directly buy that exact Middle Eastern shipment, I'm entirely safe from the fallout, right? That is definitely the common belief. People think, well, if my local gas station doesn't get its oil from the Persian Gulf, why on earth should I care? And hey, that sounds completely reasonable. But that's exactly where the massive surprise comes in. You see, oil doesn't just stay inside a neat, isolated local market.
Let's actually see how this builds using a really interesting projected scenario for a July 2026 crisis. This perfectly demonstrates how incredibly fast things can unravel. If renewed regional fighting were to compromise the safety of the strait, over 20,000 seafarers could instantly be affected by the instability. In this simulation, by mid-July, vessel traffic plummets from a normal average of around 125 transits a day down to just 3 commodity ships. No massive crude carriers, no LNG tankers crossing that day. And what happens to the global market? Boom. Brent crude jumps immediately to $92 a barrel. The global market reacts instantly, long before any local gas station ever actually runs out of fuel.
So the absolutely crucial point to remember here is this. Uncertainty travels faster than the tanker. Markets immediately reprice based on scarcity and risk. Imagine 10 different grocery stores that all share one massive warehouse, right? If that warehouse suddenly catches on fire, even the stores that were getting their deliveries from a completely different truck will suddenly start fiercely competing for whatever food is left elsewhere. Oil works in a remarkably similar way. When shipments through Hormuz are threatened, traders instantly raise bids because future supply is suddenly way less certain. The price jumps purely based on the expectation of what might happen tomorrow.
Let's actually ride along with one tanker's journey to see this hidden chain reaction happen in real time. Step 1. The tanker halts. The crew's lives absolutely come first, so the shipowner delays the voyage for safety. Step 2. That risk turns into an actual massive price tag.
Ships operating in a war risk area need extra insurance, and those premiums jump dramatically, literally adding millions of dollars in extra costs for just a single large tanker voyage. Step 3. With fewer willing ships, freight availability plummets, and the cost of transport absolutely skyrockets. And finally, Step 4. Because refineries and utilities still desperately need energy, buyers globally start frantically competing for alternative oil from places like the North Sea, West Africa, or the United States. A localized geopolitical conflict has suddenly morphed into a global bidding contest.
So here is the satisfying payoff to our massive economic mystery. This tiny strait doesn't raise prices because your specific everyday products physically floated through it. It raises prices because the entire world shares one highly connected global price tag for energy. And here is the real kicker for us as consumers. Energy is a hidden input in almost everything you consume. It's not just the gasoline sitting in your car.
As this ripple effect spreads, the shockwaves literally hit every single corner of the economy. Crude oil becomes the diesel for our trucking and delivery networks and the jet fuel for your airline tickets and air cargo. It goes into manufacturing and everyday plastics, but it goes even deeper than that, straight to your dinner plate. Natural gas, which heavily transits the strait, is a crucial input for producing nitrogen fertilizer. Farms rely on fuel for their agricultural machinery, irrigation, and processing. And then you have the refrigerated transport required to move all that food. UN Trade and Development has tracked this clearly. A major disruption limits fuel and fertilizer availability, which pushes transportation and agricultural costs right onto the shelves of your local grocery store, adding some very serious inflation pressure.
Now, at this point, you might be asking, wait a second, aren't there pipelines that can just go around the strait? It's a great question. And while some bypass pipelines do exist in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, they act kind of like a tiny side door for a school of 100 hungry kids trying to rush into a cafeteria all at once. Yes, the side door definitely helps, but those pipelines have an estimated available capacity of only about 2.6 million barrels a day. They simply cannot replace the massive main entrance that normally handles 20 million barrels a day. The side doors are just too small for the whole shebang.
Now here's a fascinating bonus insight that most people completely miss. When we look at who actually physically receives the oil passing through the Strait of Hormuz, Asia is by far the most exposed. According to EIA data from 2024, an astonishing 84% of the crude oil and condensate moving through Hormuz was destined for Asian markets, countries like China, India, Japan, and South Korea. So the direct physical shock of a disruption lands squarely in Asia.
But hey, remember our grocery store warehouse metaphor from earlier? Because oil trades globally, if Asian refiners are suddenly cut off from the Persian Gulf, they don't just, close up shop and go home. They scramble to buy replacement barrels from other regions. And when they do that, those alternative barrels become much more expensive for everyone else who was already buying them. So even a country like the United States, which imports a relatively small share of its oil directly through Hormuz, will absolutely feel the price change at the pump. The physical shock might land in Asia, for sure, but the pricing shock spreads universally.
So how can you actually use this knowledge to outsmart the next frightening news headline? Well, whenever you see an alert about a shipping choke point, don't immediately jump to the most dramatic economic prediction. Instead, run it through this simple 4-question framework. 1. What is the normal supply volume that passes through? 2. Is it an actual physical disruption or just a claimed threat? 3. What is the expected duration? A one-day pause is just a warning, but a month? That rewrites supply chains. And 4. What alternative pipelines, emergency reserves, or spare production are actually available to cushion the blow? Asking these 4 questions will help you successfully separate a temporary fear spike in the markets from a sustained global economic shock.
All right, I'm going to leave you with this final, genuinely provocative thought to ponder. We've just seen how one 21-mile-wide strait basically holds up a massive pillar of the entire global economy. But Hormuz is not the only doorway. Over on the other side of the Arabian Peninsula lies the Bab el-Mandeb, guarding the Red Sea and the main route to the Suez Canal. So if one tiny strait can raise prices around the entire world, what happens to the global shipping maze when a second crucial doorway is threatened at exactly the same time? Geography, it turns out, is the ultimate form of economic power. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and remember, always keep questioning the headlines.
Thanks for staying to the end. If this helped, we'd really appreciate a like. It helps us make more videos like this for you. Want to stay ahead? Visit CXProWealth.com and get Market Lens, AI-powered sites delivered to your inbox to help protect and grow your money.